I had to go look at this guy's shit. I go up to the bathroom door, and let me tell you, the legacy this man left behind for me was like no other. The only way I could describe this is a. Hey, what's up, guys? I've got a little bit of a weird story time to tell for today. I've got a lot over the years of working customer service, but yeah, let's just get right into it. So to start this off, I serve donuts, which already itself it draws a certain kind of crowd early in the morning. You know, usually like the old people with their coffees and all. So one morning it was probably like 6:30 ish. Yeah, we're open that early. It kind of sucks, but you get used to it after a while. And well, this morning I sat a couple of people down, gave them their coffee and donuts, just some regulars, you know. And as I'm turned around, starting a new pot of coffee, I hear behind me someone's like, "Hey, excuse me." And so I turn around and I hit them with the Armando special, as I like to call it. You know, something guaranteed to wet the panties of anyone and boost our sales. I say, "Good morning. What can I get for you today?" And as I'm looking at this person, they're wearing like a beanie, a hoodie. But which, first of all, nothing wrong with that. It's kind of cold outside, but their beanie and hoodie was pretty rugged. They look kind of homeless, I would say. I mean, I'm not judging. Some people, you know, they could just go out in a little bit of a raggedy outfit, but this person gave off homeless vibes. You know, they go, "Hey, can I use your restroom?" So, like I'm trained to do, I say, "Hey, yeah, to use the bathroom, you got to buy something first, and you know, be a customer." And so they say they're like, "Dude, you don't understand. I really, really gotta go. Like, I promised to buy something afterwards. I just gotta go so bad." And I totally understood the situation. I mean, me, myself, my bowels are pretty rampant. I will often sit down and have dinner with my family, eat my food, and shit it out before everyone else is done eating. So, my bowel moves. Got a bit going on down there all the time. So I'm like, all right. So I grab the key and unlock the bathroom. And about 20 minutes go by. I forget about the guy entirely because, you know, I'm still continuing my job. Unfortunately, at the time, I think the conversation I was having with the customer was about Bonnie Blue and how this guy really likes seeing Bonnie Blue get railed by 1,000 dudes. I don't know. There's some really weird conversations that old people love to have. By the way, your grandparents, they're some of the biggest freaks ever, dude. They may not say to you, but the little brown boy behind the counters at the donut shop hears everything. Dude, these old people are some freaks, man. Like you don't even, I mean, you gotta know, man. It's wicked. But anyway, the guy comes back in and he walks up to the counter and goes, "Hey, how much for one donut?" So I tell him the price, and I don't know why people do this, but they always feed me some bullshit ass line and say something like, "Okay, I'll buy a dozen. Let me go grab my money from my car," and they never show back up. Like, it's not weird to buy one donut. Don't ever feel embarrassed to just get one donut. I'm not gonna thank you're broke for buying one donut. People do that all the time. You don't need to come in and say, "Oh, I'm gonna buy X amount of donuts." And I don't think you're a better customer for buying more donuts. You're a better customer if you come in, you leave like maybe a 5%. I don't even expect a tip, honestly. All I do is I box your donuts and ring you in. I don't care if I get a tip or not. But if you do leave a tip, I'll think you're a pretty good customer. And I'll be like, "Yeah, those are the guys. That's what I like." But saying you're going to order a dozen, that doesn't fucking impress me. Like, I literally care about my anus being stimulated more than I care about how much donuts you order. It does not matter. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, that's all besides the point. Sorry for that tangent. They go like, "Hey, let me figure out this thing next door, and I'll be back to get a dozen." And they point at their phone. And next door is a Cricket Wireless, so I just assumed they were getting something with their phone figured out, which at the time I didn't notice it being weird, because I was just, you know, moving back and forth. Some guy was just whispering in my ear about Bonnie Blue. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't all the way there. And it didn't hit me that, oh, it's 6:30 in the morning. Cricket Wireless isn't fucking open at 6:30 in the morning. What the fuck is this guy's plan to do? Is he gonna go like just sit in front of there till it opens? No one does that. Well, some people probably do that, but I was the idiot. I was Boo Boo the fool. I fell for this. I mean, there really is no falling for it. I don't care, but I was like, oh yeah, they're going to get their phone figured out. Like, I genuinely believed that in the moment because I just didn't think, oh, it's fucking 6:30 in the morning. Like, I don't know. It was early for me. I just didn't think about it. It didn't make any sense, but I mean, I didn't really care in the first place. But people hit me with that line pretty often, and it always makes me think, oh yeah, they're not coming back. They never do. People never come back when they say they're gonna come back with money. Not one time has it ever happened. But as I'm about to like turn around and go continue doing with whatever I was doing, refill coffee or something, he's like, "Hey," and he looks me dead in the eyes and he goes, "By the way, I didn't make it." And then he walks out the door. I'm not even questioning what this guy means. I surprise, surprise, this isn't the first time someone has shit not in the toilet in our place. Like, I've had incidents before. So my mind immediately goes to, holy crap, this homeless guy just took a shit on the floor of my bathroom, and I gotta go clean it up now. So at the time, I did have a coworker there with me, but before you say like, oh, you should have let them go handle it. Let me tell you, unfortunately, I was born with a curse of not being able to smell. So every job that would normally make someone gag doing it, I'm forced to do because I can't fucking smell. So unfortunately, I had to go look at this guy's shit. Anyway, I go up to the bathroom door, and let me tell you, the legacy this man left behind for me was like no other. The only way I could describe this is a squirt of a log. There was one solid piece, and the rest was just like a puddle around it. So I grabbed my nuts, I manned up, I put on some gloves, and I correct what this man had wronged in this world. I was had to handle it. So needless to say, I was kind of thrown off the rest of the day, and I couldn't wait to clock out and go home. But even when I went home, I still didn't feel right because when you clean up a grown ass man side quest in the donut shop bathroom at 6:30 in the morning, you're never the same again. You're not the same person that you were 5 minutes ago when you were hearing about Bonnie Blue getting railed and how this old guy liked watching it with his wife. You're just not the same after that. So I've got plenty of more stories, but that's a pretty recent one actually. That's one that's been on my mind, and I just had to get it out there to tell the world what the fuck is going on with you guys and the public. Please be better customers. I mean, like, I get paid enough to do it, but like, man, come on, guys, please, thank you.